Hi, and welcome back to another video brought to you by the Spinnaker Healthcare Solutions YouTube channel. My name is Dale Strong, and today's Excel video is going to be looking at how to calculate your average and median for a data set. As always, feel free to reach out with us with any questions, comments, or concerns, or ideas for further videos. You can either reach out to us via the QR code that you see on your screen, or feel free to leave us a comment in the comment section. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to open up the template patient log that we have. If you don't already have this, you can open the OneDrive link in the description of this video, or you can feel free to reach out to us and we can send you it via email. Or you can just kind of follow along and try to do this with your own data set. Either way works fine for us, but we're going to use this to get started. So as we can see, we kind of have about, couple different data points that we collect for each of our patients. This will look pretty similar to kind of any patient log that you're using in your program. It doesn't have to be stroke, but stroke is the example that we're using. Now, real often it is pretty common to want to calculate the average or median time for a process metric. So what we're going to go ahead and do today is quickly calculate the door to IV thrombolytic time, average and median. So as you can see here, we'll throw these calculations into this cell. This isn't actually on the template, but you can just real quickly type it. I already typed it to save some time. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to first convert this data set into a table within Excel. We have another video on our channel of how to do that specifically, so I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. There'll also be a link to that video at the end of this. So keep an eye out if you need that little refresher. So we're going to go ahead and real quickly format this as a table. So as we have a table, now all these columns are, Excel will now read this table and recognize it, and it'll also recognize all the columns, which makes it real easy for us to write formulas based off of those columns. So if we want to, we're going to use the average function here. So anytime that you're starting with a function, you need to make sure that you're using equals. We are going to use the formula that is the average formula. So once you type average, you're going to open your parentheses. And as we said, we're going to start, it has realized that this is table 2. Yours might say table 1. It just seems like there might have been another table in this before. And I can hit tab to auto select whatever it had highlighted down there. Or you could just spell it out and write out table 1 or 2. We're going to open the bracket. And once you open up the bracket, you can now type out the column that you want. So door to IV thrombolytic time, and once we get it close enough, I'm going to hit tab just to complete it. I like doing tab just because it auto will pull the right spelling and make sure that it's getting the right reference. Sometimes if you spell it the wrong way, it won't register. So we're going to close the bracket, and you can see now it's selected that whole column of data. And that's all we need. So we're then going to close the parentheses. So that closes the parentheses on our function. We hit enter, and we have now calculated the average. We're also going to do the same thing for median. And so for median, you're just going to do equals, type out median, then open the parentheses, refer to our table, then open a bracket and refer to the column that you want to analyze. And then close, and we get that. So one thing, it's always good to kind of double check your numbers, make sure that it makes sense. So one cool aspect of Excel that's kind of a built-in trick, I like using this, especially if you're in a meeting or kind of like on the spot, someone's asking you for something. If you just select the data that you're interested in, so just click and drag, Excel automatically will give you some readouts based on what you've selected. So it automatically calculates the average, which as you can see there is 51.24, which was the exact same result that we got from our formula. It counted 49 data points, and those data points added up to a total of 2,511. So real quick and easy way to either double check your formulas, or if you don't really want to type out the formula, you can quickly just kind of pull that data from there. You could also technically use in the functions here, you could reference the cells that are specific. I personally like using a data table within Excel, because that way if you remove or add any rows to this data set, it's going to keep that column, and Excel will automatically update it. But just to see that real quick, you could do kind of equals average, and our column is H10, and then you do a colon, and I think it's H58. H58. Oops, forgot the H. H58. And you can see there, it highlighted the blue, it highlighted all the column, all the data in that column, and you get the same value there. And what I'm doing here is once I select a data point, I can remove or add decimal points. I just like to kind of get it down to just, you know, 1 or 2 data points to kind of clean it up and make it look nice. But you can see that's another way to just get the same thing. You could do the same thing for the median here. But like I said, I prefer to kind of format your data into a table and then use column references instead of the cell references, just to help in case you change the data or anything. So thanks again for tuning in. Feel free to reach out to us and let us know what you think in the comment section. Thanks.